everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Domestic Boyfriends podcast. My name is Dean, and always with me is my beautiful co-host Vincent.
Hello.
It's been a long time, but honestly, nothing has really caught our interest as of late. But due to some correlating factors, me and Vincent decided to try out this movie. I don't actually think that we did the original Mario movie, did we?
No, I
I
don't think so.
No. So this episode is going to be about the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which we have some opinions on. But before we start, there are some smaller things that we will eventually talk about in the future. Me and Vincent are big Godzilla fans. Godzilla minus one is going to be coming out, right? Minus one? Minus zero?
You minus
Minus zero?
zero?
Sorry.
Minus zero?
Is going to be coming out, so we'll talk about that.
Yeah, it's
Marvel
supposed to
had
be a fun anti-war movie. Godzilla's going back to New York for the first time since 1998. The movie that we don't talk about. I believe that was the last time that Godzilla was there.
well, technically Zilla was in Final Wars.
Oh yeah, that's true. But as far as like New York goes as a location,
Yeah,
Godzilla has only been there for that, which is kind of crazy to think about because usually when kaiju movies and whatnot are referenced in popular media, they're always beating the shit out of New York.
yeah,
But
because
most kaiju movies don't ever actually go to the Big Apple.
yeah. On what was it? The Legendary Picture started out in L.A., right?
Yeah,
Legendary movies were in
I
L.A.
believe so.
with the 40 minutes of Mutos and 10 minutes of Godzilla.
Yeah,
And then there's some Marvel stuff coming out this year. I think. Is there?
maybe.
Uh.
Maybe a little man spider.
No, we have stuff happening this year. We have
We have Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man Brand New Day movie is going to be coming out. Pretty shortly. There's also going to be the re-release of Endgame in theaters with like 8 minutes of new footage. I think that is going to be tying it into the other really really big release that everyone is looking for down in December, which is Avengers Doomsday,
yeah,
setting us up for Secret Wars later on.
and then there's a couple other things. Friendly Neighborhood season 2. Vision.
Spider-Man Noir
Yeah, Vision.
is this year too, I think.
Yeah, Noir. Yeah. Because we just got the new trailer for it. Did you see it?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
it looks really good. A lot of
It's a
people.
good year to be a comic book fan.
I think it's really interesting because ever since Noir has been put into the spotlight, they've kind of like changed how he is. I'm interested to see how they'll change up the story. Because if you remember, Noir is pretty much just Batman.
Do you think that this Noir? I have a feeling that this Noir
Cusses.
is the same one that we saw in
Spider Verse?
in Spider-Verse.
Interesting.
Especially since like it is Nicolas Cage
Yeah.
again. If it is, I'm very curious to find out if it's like if the Noir series is before or afterwards. And the easiest way to tell, and honestly, it's a dumb thing for me to be interested in, but like the thing that I'm the most interested in is if we're gonna see a black and white Rubik's cube.
Yeah. Uh, to Wonder Man came out. I heard a lot of good things about that, so I'm probably going to be watching that sometime once I get caught up on
That's the
everything.
fake Mandarin thing, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess like from what I could tell from the trailers, Wonder Man, because Wonder Man has always been an actor. Simon Williams in the comics, like that was always his thing. He was a superhero like after his acting career, or like
Mm-hmm.
they coincided. But in this, the Simon Williams in this is getting coached by the fake Mandarin. Because he is an actor. He is an astounding actor, as we know. So that's what this show revolves around, and I'm guessing some action. Eventually, he's gonna get powers, right? Um, but I'll have to see that. The Punisher special that's supposed to be sometime this year. Daredevil, all the Daredevil Born Again stuff, which I'll have to eventually get caught up on. Vision Quest is actually coming out this year, apparently. Even though that was like,
Huh.
that was like on the first route, like the first roster of Disney Plus stuff, and
Interesting.
more X-Men '97, apparently. So,
Yes.
uh, stuff all around, and then on the non
And that,
Marvels,
yeah, that's just Marvel.
yeah, DC has a whole lineup.
The
Uh,
biggest one that I am the most excited for DC by far
mm-hmm.
is the Clayface movie.
Yeah, so
Oh my
we
God.
got trailers for two things. As of lately, we got Supergirl trailer, which I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
Supergirl, it's based off the Tom King and what Bequeath Elvies comics, which is the Woman of Tomorrow stuff. I'm really excited about that. I love the Supergirl stuff. Uh, my love of this is making me think that maybe I hated on She-Hulk a little too much, uh, because
No.
because the way that the
So,
comics are. No taking it back. It's been years
look,
now.
you and I both hard agree, as well as like most of the internet. She-Hulk, largely up until the final episode, minus the twerking, was very fun and in
Yeah,
a solid show. And then the final episode, where she unfortunately largely did the most like She-Hulk stuff. Because She-Hulk does break the fourth wall really hard in her
yeah,
comics and whatnot. It uh, the writing for it was bad. The
yeah.
implementation was great with her like hopping out of Disney Plus and scrolling through everything. That was awesome.
Yeah. Um, but excited about that. The Clayface stuff. We just got the trailer for that a couple of days ago, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's looking really good. Very much slight horror thriller type of vibe from it.
Oh yeah.
That's
There
slated
was
for fall.
there was a small interview or at least like excerpt that like got put out as well from James Gunn about the Clayface movie and that the I think the DC execs like wanted to like save on time and
Uh
money,
huh.
so they were like talking about like for this trailer, don't worry about doing it practical. We'll just fix it with like VFX.
We
And
got it
James
in
Gunn like
post.
basically screamed at them that it needs to be done practical, otherwise it's gonna look like shit. And oh boy,
We'll do it in post.
he's
It's
doing it
fine.
good.
Yeah, I mean it looks really good. I'm really excited about that. Maybe this is the same one from Creature Commandos. We didn't talk about Creature Commandos, but there was a Clayface in Creature Commandos, and James Gunn went on record with saying people are going to be reprising roles, and some things are going to be more linear than
Mm,
others. So, like the guy who plays Rick Flag Senior is also Rick Flag Senior in Creature Commandos, and
yeah.
he said like recurring roles and stuff like that. But for the rest of this year, I don't think DC has anything else stated.
Um.
Lanterns. That's what it was. The Lantern
Yes.
show,
Lanterns.
which I will be openly optimistic about. I gave you my gripes before. My gripes are uh, the feel that the trailer's giving me. It's not giving me Green Lantern. It's giving me the Rookie, but we're calling it Green Lantern or the Lanterns. But I'm openly optimistic because I think I know, and I have an idea of a possible storyline this could be touching upon. Um, but we both love Green Lantern.
Yeah. I hope I hope I hope it's good.
So we all do.
The suit's so ugly.
And see, that's
Why is it brown? Why
well,
is it brown?
so that's
He's a Green Lantern. He's not the
so
poop.
so my thing is, I think the way that they're going to be taking Hal is that it's brown because yellow, right? Like I have a feeling that either he is a Green Lantern, but he's letting Yellow Fear like change him in a way, or he's already infected with Parallax. So the yellow is going to be a part of him regardless.
Okay.
Um, but openly optimistic about that. But that's all that they have slated for DC. We do have a couple other random things that we might see. We're not. We see stuff that we like here on the podcast. Um, I know Vincent's gonna watch this, but we don't have to talk about it. He's gonna watch The Devil Wears Prada 2. Um,
Yes. Obviously.
Mortal
Why
Com-
wouldn't I?
Mortal Kombat 2 comes out in May. Um,
That one I'm excited for. Mr. Urban as uh Johnny Cage is a fantastic
it
pairing for
wasn't
it.
my first because I'm used to him with the being. I don't know. I'm kind of. I've seen him in other things, but his
Yeah.
latest work as the Butcher, as
I
Butcher,
really hope
has
Johnny
been
kills somebody and then just looks at his work and goes diabolical.
yeah. We're getting a theatrical release of The Mandalorian and Grogu. We did talk about The Mandalorian quite a bit. I don't know if we did
Yes.
every single season of The Mandalorian, but we did the
No.
first one. We've talked about it in our personal lives about the other seasons. I don't know if I'm
Yes.
caught up, but I'll definitely be
No.
seeing this. Just because it's Star Wars, and
Yes.
whether or not people like the New Age stuff, it's definitely still fun Star Wars things.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what else. Hopefully, eventually, we get some type of official release for the Avatar live act or the Avatar movie, The Legend of Aang. Hopefully, in our personal lives, we've talked about this, but it did get leaked. So there is a very large chance that this will not make it to theaters or might go to streaming. We're not sure. We do know that this guy is in jail, though. Or at least somebody has been arrested because of the leak. I we're not going to talk about it on the podcast until it gets officially released. But that is something that I would be looking forward to see in the theater as a full motion picture release. We've talked about this personally. We're both excited for it. We both love Avatar. So that is another thing. Masters of the Universe later in the year. Would you want to talk about Masters of the Universe? I don't know how big of a He-Man person you are.
I'm more of a Thundercats person, but I did watch all of the She-Ra TV show, so like I wouldn't be
Yeah, that works.
look. The Prince She-Ra and the Princesses of Power is a incredible show. And like I had a He-Man toy as a kid, so like I wouldn't be opposed.
There you go.
It looks 90s and like 80s as hell, and honestly, I love that period for like media, so it should be fun.
Yeah. So we might talk about that going towards the end. The Moana live action. Vincent's gonna go see that.
In my Maui cosplay.
Yes. Yeah. That might get you canceled if you wear it.
What?
What?
It's got all the tattoos and everything.
Yeah, and the paint.
It's just very saggy.
Oh,
Because I'm not as big as The Rock.
they did. The Paramount's little tax exemption vault got bought out. So Coyote versus Acme is coming out.
I can't wait. Oh my god. I'm
Uh,
seeing that with my family
so
in theaters.
we could go see that. That's in August. That could be fun with kids. So we could talk about that. We just need them to buy to buy Batgirl. Um, and then I think that's Resident Evil this year. That's a thing. Maybe. Um, and then I think that is it.
Yeah,
We're doing chronological order.
there's about two things at least.
Clayface towards the end. A new Hunger Games movie. I'm gonna go see that regardless. But Dune Part 3. Oh yeah, Dune. It's Doomsday.
It's Doomsday. Yeah.
Not gonna go see that. The new Angry Birds. Another
I
Jumanji.
can't wait for a very angry Dune fan to go in and then spoil Doomsday on Twitter, just like how that really angry Taylor Swift fan spoiled the ending of Endgame because people weren't going to go see the Taylor Swift movie.
Goodness. The Jumanji movie comes out on Christmas. Ooh.
There's another one?
Yeah, Jumanji 3, open world. They're gonna bring it to the real world. Again.
This is the first one!
That's the original Jumanji with Robin Williams. Yeah. But I think that's it. And then if anything else pops up that we want to talk about, we will talk about it and have fun with it. But today we will go over the Mario movie.
Wahoo.
Wahoo. We'll do a non-spoiler, then spoiler. We'll keep the non-spoiler brief because I want to talk about certain details of the movie. Vincent, what did you like about this movie, and why would you give it the rating that you give it?
I
Non-spoiler.
thought
Non-spoiler.
I thought that the movie was a very fun movie. It was very entertaining, and especially like the first half of the movie was pretty well paced up to a point. Fox McCloud was incredible. That doesn't count as a spoiler. It would.
That was in the trailer.
And it would have been great for that to be able to have not been known ahead of time, but like Fox was very good. I had been told by people ahead of time that like Fox McCloud is the best character in the whole movie and like makes the movie. I disagree.
Okay.
He was very good. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like that there is a character that shines way better than him, and that's Bowser Jr. I think Bowser Jr. was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was a very fun movie.
Yeah.
The second half of the movie, I felt like I had whiplash trying to follow along with the speed that it moved at, because oh man, it was fast.
I'm eager to hear what you think the second half is, because this movie kind of just all went at once for me. But we'll talk about that in a minute.
What did you think?
It was good. It was fun. Along with the movie itself, I feel like the movie, like the original Mario movie, I don't remember a lot of the advertising and like how a lot of the product placement was for the original Mario movie. I know it was fast, but for this one, like, it was cool. It's the first Mario movie was like, it's Mario the property, right? But this one specifically titles a game, right? It's talking about Galaxy. We're expecting a lot of Galaxy stuff, right? There is stuff in here that is not related to Galaxy, but we do get a lot of Galaxy things. So that along with all the promotional stuff that they had, we talked about this like personally before we saw it and after we saw it. They kind of went all out when it came to like snacks and stuff. We went to a Regal personally. They had different slushy flavors. They had a peach slushy flavor. They had cherry Galaxy or whatever. They collaborated with some brands for snacks, so Feastables, the Galaxy chocolate bars, and they had some some brand do gummies, and another one was, I think, chips maybe. They had blankets. They had all types of stuff. Amazing popcorn holders. One of them you could eat out of Luma's ass. The other one was cracking
Oh,
open Yoshi's. Yeah, you can crack open Yoshi's egg. And just product placement everywhere was very nice with the advertisement and everything from Mario. It's, you know, Japan's one of Japan's biggest IPs, and it's very popular over here in America as well. So very fun, very cool. Um, and then like all the stuff with like toys and all of that stuff, especially with like the games and reminding people to play and everything, play the games and everything. Switch 2 just came out and all. So, no, I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. It was a nice turn my brain off type of movie. I think halfway through it, I was just like, man, I actually need to like wake up and like look for like references, because that was like my favorite part of the first movie, was just looking around and being like, all right, where is anything? And then just like picking apart the movie frame by frame as I could in one sitting, was very fun for me. I know that's not fun for a lot of people, but I usually do that if I know the source material. Like, I look very hard when I watch Marvel movies in the same way. But you know, it was fun. It was cool. Um, Before we go out into spoilers, would you rewatch this, and how many times would you rewatch it?
no.
No, what?
Like, with friends,
This
yes,
is
but
this is
I'm
the
not.
first time
This
you've ever
is,
said no.
yeah, this is not. This is gonna be one of those rare times where Vince is not like the happiest and most positive person possible. I would not go out of my way to watch this movie again.
No.
If people said, "Hey, let's watch a movie. Should we watch the Mario Galaxy movie?" I would honestly probably try to suggest other movies over
We
it.
can watch the first Mario
Um,
movie.
oh man, that movie's awesome. I really hope to make a second one. But yeah, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay. I'd at
I
least
I got my time with it.
I would personally rewatch it at least once. Probably more than once if I have friends. But it's fine. It's cool. Um, yeah. Well, Vincent, we'll let everybody know now to turn it off. If you don't want to hear
Yeah,
spoilers.
get out of here, bums.
Why
All right.
don't you like? Why don't you like this movie?
Oh my God. So what I feel is like the halfway point, and who knows, maybe there's only 20 minutes left in the movie by the time that it feels like halfway for me. Um, Honestly, is when they get into Fox's ship. Um,
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like largely everything up to that point,
Felt good.
of
Well
like
paced.
is pretty well paced, and was feeling like a good rate for us to be like going through and whatnot. Um, Bowser was weird in this movie. I liked it.
Well, he's
And
like
then
the.
we like, cause like he was like, gotta work through my demons and whatnot, which like him having a book club with Luigi, that's very funny. The paintings that he was working through and whatnot. The fact that he started making out with Mario was kind of weird, but some people were into it. I it's I I love that they did kind of introduce that dynamic here, that like it's not like it's never been present, right, where these guys have been like less mortal enemies trying to kill each other, and like moreover like rivals at times and kind of friends to a degree.
Yeah, it gave
Moreover,
when
like, I'll help you out when to get through this bad situation, and then after this I'm gonna kick you.
yeah,
Because like otherwise they wouldn't be able to put aside their differences and play golf. um
yeah, that or tennis.
or tennis, or drive
or
carts,
soccer.
or play baseball.
Yeah, I like soccer a
Um,
lot. Yeah.
I
Or Smash.
well
Wait,
that's just
wait.
killing each other.
Oh, oh. Okay.
Oh
Anyway.
wait, were you
Okay.
talking about no?
No, no,
Okay,
no, no,
okay.
no, no.
The kissing. But yeah, everything up until they meet Cloud just felt that it was moving at the rate that I was kind of expecting things to. Um, it it from playing Galaxy, it felt weird seeing a yellow Luma turn into a star that could send you to a different galaxy, because usually that's like for the hungry Luma,
Uh-huh.
and whatnot. But also like this is seemingly like the yellow Luma that like Rosalina is always pictured with. So
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. Um, and like it is very Peach to just be like, all right, coast is clear. Toads aren't in here yelling at me that I can't do something. Time to go do it. Um, and I'm glad that we got like a lot of like attention on Peach
Mm-hmm.
for this. Seeing her fight through the casino was super neat.
Oh yeah, when she got the
Um,
parasol, I was just like, it's about to be Super Princess Peach
yeah,
time.
the fact that Wart got hit with a radish. I really wish
Who?
they like briefly like flashed that it was like a skull, the like stitched face radish.
As
That would have been a really good spot for a reference that
as a
they didn't
person
do.
who didn't play a lot of the early Mario games, I was just like, what did they do to King K. Rool? I was just
Oh,
like, this man is so. I was like, he's
oh,
all
you don't know
soft and round.
Wart?
He's from Mario 2. That's where all the
Yeah,
that's where all those guys were introduced and everything. I knew that
yeah.
after, but in the moment, I was just like, huh. Yeah, who's this? Who's this soft bubble spewing frog guy? I was very confused.
Yeah, no. I it was a very fun moment. They did a great job with like the like level design, if we can call it that, for that area.
Hmm.
Um, Mario and Luigi going through the world map while like Peach was away to like fix
Doing
situations and whatnot
missions.
was great. Doing missions, them kissing a toad goodnight was weird. There was a lot of kissing in this movie.
They love each other.
um, but it was very fun, and it felt good. And then all of a sudden, we were in space with Fox McCloud, who comes from a different universe.
It's all
It seems
explained.
like Mario and Fox are immediately going to try to like potentially kill each other because Mario's like talking to my woman, and then they're best friends. And then Bowser, who had like been like, oh my god, Mario, who used to be my enemy, gave me the confidence to be able to reunite with my son and fix our relationship again, and is
I'm gonna
trusting
I'm gonna
me. And
sacrifice
Luigi and I have a
myself and
book
put myself
club.
in
I'm gonna
jail.
sacrifice myself for them. And my son arrived, and I'm reconnecting with my son, and I have the confidence to do this because of Mario. I'm gonna kill this man.
Yeah, yeah. It felt kind of odd when you bring it up. Yeah, it does feel like the movie got a little faster after that point because we really
Yeah.
didn't get anything of substance. It was they crash landed. What do we do? There's babies.
It's
Uh,
true. They
and
crash land
then
babies. They're back at the planet already. Um while they're dealing with babies, and then they get done with the baby stuff. Mario decides to join Princess Peach throwing a temper tantrum. And because they're throwing a temper tantrum, and Luigi decides to be a weirdo and use the ham radio that Fox for sure shouldn't have. Um, the Lumas are like, "Oh, I know how to fly the space station. Cool, Luigi!"
yeah, they
And they
kind of
somehow
just
zero in on the ham radio signal in
yeah
space.
yeah
And then they're like, "Hey, this is Fox McCloud's ship as well." And then they're there.
yeah it kind of did like after that point it kind of was that did feel like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, right? Like,
Yeah, a lot of stuff had to be done. It did feel kind of odd that it went from. I mean, I guess they kind of needed some of that stuff. I don't know. Like maybe
my
they,
one of the first things that I said, and I stand by it very hard, is that this movie needed another 20 minutes.
mm-hmm.
Um, so that we could have some more breathing room for a lot of things, and especially so we could have more time with Rosalina as a character.
Yeah, she did get damsel in distress.
Rosalina
Unlike
had
Peach.
less time in this movie, in the Mario Galaxy movie. Rosalina had less time and less character development than Godzilla when he had to fight the Mudos for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Do want to bring up Brie Larson, also known as Captain Marvel. Also, what's her name from Scott Pilgrim? Her most iconic war.
Envy
Or
Adams?
yeah, Envy Adams, her most iconic role. And Donald Glover played Yoshi. You can
Yeah.
never, you could have not. I could have not known that detail. Wouldn't have known anyway. Um, yeah, I do feel like Rosalina's very underutilized in this, especially given the bombshell that I kind of
The
expected.
rewrite to the lore.
Yeah, the thing that I was, and I want to talk about this specifically because of statements that have come out since, is that Rosalina is the older sister to Peach. That was always like this fan thing when Mario Galaxy came out in the community. That like they're both blonde women in this, the only thing that
They're
could tie them
blonde
together.
women, blue eyes. They must be related.
Yeah, in this small.
Did you ever watch Matt
world.
Pat's theory about the whole
Yeah.
thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that Luigi and Peach had a baby and she came back from the future.
Yeah, that was the most Mikasa's from the future and is here to save Aaron type of fan theory I've ever heard. But that is canon now. That is canon to that movie, right?
Yep.
But
They have no parents.
yeah, no parent, born of Stardust, whatever that means. They are born of Stardust, which means that's why they're powerful. That's why Rosalina has her magic and whatever, and that's why Peach. That's why
Has
Peach,
magic.
Yeah, that's why Peach kind of has magic type of thing. She doesn't really do anything crazy, but apparently statements have been made that Miyamoto wants or is interested in this being the canon for future games going forward. And not a lot of people are interested in it because it feels off given what we have in the video games and have of their relationship so far. Because I can count on one hand how many times Rosalina and Princess Peach have interacted in any woefully way or in any way that would mean anything, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I can put both hands behind my back because it is zero. Princess Peach and Rosalina have interacted like none, and if they have, it's been once, and it's them being in the same shot, not talking to each other, unless I'm wrong. But
Well, no, you're not necessarily wrong. There is like the black hole that Mario goes into at the end of Galaxy, and then like Rosalina like helps like rewrite things or whatever and fix things, seemingly sacrificing herself, if I remember correctly, and like Rose and like Peach briefly sees her. But more important than that, this is the Mario Galaxy
she
movie,
sees her,
right?
Yeah.
Also that happened, like, you know, this came out with like in the same year where like Mario is celebrating what, 40 years of
Yeah,
Mario or something like that.
Yeah.
We also had the re-release of Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on the Switch,
Yes.
along with Rosalina's storybook,
Mhm.
as a physical thing that you could get. I don't know what they added to it. I don't remember. I watched it like very briefly. But a very important thing is in Chapter 4 of Rosalina's storybook that's in the original Galaxy game.
Mhm.
Where at the start of it, because like the her storybook is just about Rosalina. and her growing up. Chapter 4 starts with the sentence, "One night, the girl dreamed about her own mother."
Oh,
And it's a picture of baby Rosalina watching her mother walk away from her. And she's like, "Where are you going? Come back."
womp womp. Yeah. Um. But
This also like added to like the whole like theory that like Peach is Rosalina's mom, because like there's a close up of like um Rosalina's mom's face, and she has Peach's haircut, and she has Peach's like uh blue pearl earrings or whatever.
but apparently they don't have parents.
They don't got
They
parents.
they are
Made of
made of
stars.
stardust. Um. So I know originally in the first movie people were bringing up the idea maybe she's from Earth, maybe she was a child from Earth because of the pipes. So that's why she's there. But apparently she's just born of stars. She's stars. Um, very whack. Very. That seemed like such a big part of the movie, but it was touched on like twice, and then we kind of just live with it at the end when everything was kind of being pushed along. Um, my favorite part of this wasn't. It was. I I wouldn't say. I guess it is just him in general. Is Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. was like the strongest part of this movie, in my opinion.
Bowser Jr. was awesome.
Now this movie gives me. It does. It's not Galaxy. No, there's like a Galaxy boss, and it's Bowser Jr. inside the machine. He's inside of what, Mecha Wiggler? Is that what it is?
No, he's inside of oh, I don't remember the name of the mech.
This is why we have Google.
It's the Mega Leg.
Yeah, he's inside of that one boss. And I'm 99% sure that is all that we get of Galaxy, besides the fact that they're in space and they're the stars, like the star bits that fall down and everything like that, which is a nice touch. I thought that was kind of cool when the initial crash happened.
Yeah.
In the Mushroom Kingdom, because I was just like, oh, look, star bits. And we made the joke, like, you have to flash a Wiimote at the screen to go collect all of them. And then, like, we saw some forms and stuff like that from Galaxy in the last fight. But this also gave me very much Sunshine vibes. This movie is like if you took Mario Galaxy and then like kept the aesthetics of Mario Galaxy, and then you're just like, but let's do Sunshine.
Yeah.
So, because instead of it being like, oh, like I'm kidnapping Princess Peach, or I'm kidnapping and doing all of this for my mama, right? I am doing this. I'm getting my dad back, and we're conquering the world, and I'm gonna be the greatest villain in the world, right? Which was awesome. You know, you said it before, but how Bowser reacted to all of this was kind of like, all right, I guess. like seems like he's just taking steps back, but I guess it's Bowser, so I guess you kind of live with it. But
like it's there that like the extra like 20 minutes or something that like I want in this could also help like make it feel a bit better, because like they like quote unquote fix Bowser at like the start of the movie, and it doesn't have to be long. It could have been easily 2 or 3 like extra like 2-ish minute segments, or if they wanted, have a musical number, which this movie's missing. I'm surprised to say like that that the Mario movie is missing a musical number, but honestly, like I'm sad that we didn't have Jack Black performing, and like I don't know if Benny Safdie is a singer or not, right?
Yeah.
But like if we could have had like a couple more interactions where Bowser's like, well, hey, do we have to actually kill these guys, and have them like slowly be like, oh, I don't really want to do this, and then him like his son being like, you've changed too much. You either pick me or them, and then Bowser like looking at Mario and going, sorry, dumbass, I'm picking my
Yeah.
kid. Like, or like Bowser Jr. having that realization that he did have in the movie where he's like, my dad kind of went soft, and them having some kind of like musical number together where
Yeah.
he like turns him back into being evil.
I do have to
Um
say, given that we had Jack Black and we have Childish Gambino in this movie, why didn't we
uh-huh.
have a musical number?
And Brie Larson.
Yeah, they all sing. Huh. You bring up a good point. Hmm.
Um but like, like there could have been something there that unfortunately just like wasn't.
Yeah.
I was having similar feelings about like there being like a lot to do with like Sunshine to a degree. There was a lot to do with like Odyssey as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Um,
small things with Odyssey, the whole introduction with Yoshi. How do you feel about Yoshi? Felt so shoehorned in.
he really did, but also like I kind of liked it because
Yeah.
like how do you write Yoshi as a character when all that he says is his name largely and then makes weird noises? Because they can't communicate with him. And honestly, like Yoshi giving them his full backstory, showing off like, what he did while in New York and then coming back to where he was, and then
Mm-hmm.
Mario just going, "Guess we'll never know," is
Yeah.
perfect. That that
Yeah.
was that was great. That was fantastic. I loved that we got to see Tostarena Town
Mm-hmm.
from Odyssey. Um and like they do one thing that like the Mario movies have done really really well is making all of the Mario stuff still feel very connected with each other.
Yeah.
Um where like nobody's like really surprised about any of the stuff that exists inside of the world except for Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
Cuz like what all of the Tostarena citizens were just like, "Oh, imagine us freaking out because of the Yoshi."
Yeah.
Whereas Mario and Luigi were like,
What
Green
is that?
Dinosaur isn't trying to kill us. Kinda cool,
Yeah.
I guess.
It shows that how they're all connected and how warp pipe technology is not common in their world. Now it's more
Yeah.
common. Um, yeah, no, I do like that. A lot of people, from what I've heard, they bring this up, and I can see it that this movie definitely just kind of jumps in and doesn't do, because the first movie had a lot of explanation to what was going on, right? Like
Yeah.
they explain power ups, they explain platforming to Mario and how to do that
Yeah.
and how to fight and things like that. Now it's kind of like, all right, these guys are seasoned and we're not explaining much of anything. Nothing really gets explained in this movie. They
Yeah.
don't dwell on anything like why are there giant, like apparently anthropomorphic animals or oddly shaped life forms are just like, all right, yeah, that's fine. Like why can you fly? Why are you a fox? Uh why is your spaceship a little different? Why what are these star things? Like what are the implications of some of this stuff? Why is this ink just kind of sentient, and you can
Yeah.
just kind of do whatever you want with it. Which I'm not complaining. I love that part of Bowser Jr. He used his powers. I want this to be, if they make a new Smash Brothers, this has to be his new set.
It
Is
would be so
this?
cool.
Um, but
Get him out of the thing.
but
Out
like
of his like little hover boy.
nothing else is really explained. Like not who Wart is, who any of like
I don't think
how.
they ever name him in the movie.
Yeah, it's kind of just an implication. Like, who are all of these people? Like, it's kind of like you have to live along with them and then just pick up details here and there, or you have to be a person that knows all the video games. And which for a kid, like we went to a theater with like a whole bunch of kids. Obviously, it's a kids
Yeah.
movie, and like they don't care about that stuff. But as like as an adult watching it, you're kind of just like, all right, well, this movie doesn't have a lot of plot, right? This movie
Yeah.
doesn't have a lot of explanation, nor does this movie have a lot of like jokes. Like the jokes that are there are fine, right? But
Hmm.
they don't have a lot of like that hidden adult humor, or there's not a lot of catering to the people that are have grown up with Mario outside of the look at this, look at this, look at this.
Yeah.
Even those who are like looking for those small other IP references, like, oh, Game and Watch was funny, ha ha ha. But it's so random that kids are probably gonna be like, "What is that?" Or Rob, the like
Yeah.
Rob being in there felt like very like, oh, like it's funny. Oh, he's doing the sloth thing from Zootopia, but it's with Rob. But if you don't know who Rob is as a child, as like a kid watching it, you're just like, oh, robot thing, you know?
Well, he's also in Smash to a degree, but also like yeah, and also like honestly, it's more confusing because of Smash because Rob's not slow.
Mm-hmm. Rob Rob is
Um,
Rob is also like a controller. Like
yeah,
Rob isn't like a thing. I mean, like that's just going off on details, but like this movie is missing. I think it is very fun, but it is fun because I turned my brain off. If I try to think about it
yeah,
too much, I'll get into details and ask so many questions when that's not the type of movie this is. But they're still there, you know.
yeah, and like again, like there was a movie here.
Yeah, and it was fun.
One of the reasons why I don't really want to watch it again. I didn't watch a movie. I watched part of a movie. Um, and then something happened at the end of it to end it
Yeah,
off.
it was.
And it's up to where they like interact with Fox, and it's a shame because like they explain Fox being there, and honestly, that's a very believable thing. Fox just goes too fast, ends up in a different universe, and his thing's broken,
Mhm.
and he can't get the parts to fix it easily in a different universe. Um, his motivation to be able to just drive Peach, shitload of money, so he can fix his thing and go home and do barrel rolls.
Yeah.
And the animation for Fox, oh my god, whoever animated the Fox backstory, please stay doing animation because that was clean.
Mhm. Yeah. No, it was. It was good. It looked very good. This movie was beautiful. The both of the movies were beautiful. It was fun. It just didn't have a lot of substance to it. Like it felt it, it felt like playing a Mario. It felt like playing a Mario game when you skip all the cutscenes. Like
Yeah, a little bit.
you don't know what's going on. You're kind of just doing stuff. Um, which I guess if that's what you like, or you know, you're just taking a kid to go see a movie, that's fine. Um, but for them to cater to both audiences, which they do, they want to, because now as adults, as people, if you think of the people that were kids when the first Mario movie came out, right, which is like their height of demographic, right, is the people that
Hmm.
have been buying it since their parents have been buying it up until now. Now, assumingly they have kids, right, or
Yeah.
they have grandkids, they're taking them here, but they also want to get to them as much as they want to get to the kids because that's more profitability, right? If this doesn't like sometimes you look at it and you're just like, maybe I want this physically, maybe we'll watch it again, maybe if there's a re-release, maybe we'll go see it multiple times. Like unless you have a kid, you probably won't, or you know, just come direct to streaming, or you know, you'll get merchandise here and there, but it definitely I would see
Well,
it I would see it again.
fortunately, you don't have to
Yeah.
wait that long.
Yeah, it's going directly
It's
to streaming soon, right?
a week from now.
Yeah. So, that is nice.
It's and it's still in theaters right now. Like this, it's a shame that this isn't doing well. But also like it's kind of understandable, and hopefully, honestly, it's a learning lesson.
Mhm.
Um, because when the first one came out, it was along with the Sonic along with the Sonic movie, where people are like, "Oh my God, we have good video game movies now," and now we're back here. We're like, this. It's not like this is the live action Mario movie or anything. But
Yeah.
like, I also wouldn't really be able to classify this as a movie. Um, Probably because like as like as funny as like the classic dad joke thing is, a story is a beginning, a middle, and an end. Um, there's no middle here.
Yeah.
We had a long beginning and then an end. There was no middle section. The Princess Peach and Rosalina being related, I don't have an issue with. I think that is a interesting and like weird and different take for it, but like I don't have an issue there.
Yeah.
Peach found out that she had a sister, and like when she found that information out and looked up and got her like flashback to her memory, she just accepted it
Yeah,
and moved on.
that was
And
just
then
it.
and then like Peach got to the thing, and sure, Rosalina was dying and literally disappearing. But Peach's reaction to the whole thing was just screaming at her, going, "Rosalina, I need you to try." And that was the only words that they ever spoke to each other.
Oh wow. Like
I think Rosalina like said, I knew you'd come" or something, but like,
such faith.
where's the like reunion? They just hugged, and then they're back to the hole where Peach's castle used to be. Like, let's have them like interact with each other. Have them act, like do more than hugging, just like at the very least like talking in the background,
Yeah,
right?
try and catch up, or build this relationship that has been like the only quote unquote plot point of the movie.
Mario and Luigi, from my understanding, didn't know at that point. And like I'm a little foggy on it because like everything happened in 5 seconds. But like it would have been really. I feel like I would remember if it happened. It would have been really cool if like Mario and Luigi like started walking up to like Peach and Rosalina hugging and like chattering with each other, and then Peach going, "Guys, meet the like." This is my family. This is my sister.
Yeah.
I guess that like kind of happens because Luigi goes, "Oh, mama, Mario, hey."
Yeah. Yeah.
But like it like that, and there's a time and a place for a joke and everything, but like that like nullifies the moment.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. There's a lot missing from it. But I mean, yeah, that's just sadly what we have to deal with this.
Bowser dying was cool.
Yeah, but dry bones.
Us getting the weird dragon boss from Odyssey was very bizarre.
Oh yeah, once again, stuff like this, like when he fell into the lava, I was just like, oh, dry Bowser. Like we know, as a person who's played the games, we know. But once again, it's not like Mario and Luigi kind of just accepted the fact that he just came back from the dead. They were just like,
yeah,
oh yeah, okay. Like,
and, they did like set a precedent for that a little bit earlier when we saw like the Koopas go into the lava pool and come out as dry bones. But like,
yes,
surely Bowser Jr. would know.
Yeah, or
that this would be what it is.
Or like we saw that from our perspective, but Mario and Luigi did not see it from their perspective.
Yeah. Also, they never touched on the fact that Bowser Jr. got a second form in the movie.
Yeah, the ink, because he's trying to match him and everything like that.
Oh, sorry, a third form. Yeah, because he's trying to match him. Yeah. I don't know. I want to really like this movie because there's a lot of good like setup for it. The bees were great.
Yeah, I thought that was fun.
It's everything up until getting on Fox McCloud's ship. The babies were great. I wish there was another section post the babies for like more interactions. Honestly, like the section post the babies would have been a great place to actually put a Bowser Jr. musical number about trying to make at Bowser Jr. trying to make him remember who he is.
Hmm.
While like dancing and singing around Rosalina. And having her think about wonder what Peach is doing, and and just adding more to Rosalina as a
A
character.
song about
And
family, probably.
yeah, and there is a really big thing here, and it was present in the first movie, but also present here, especially so. Family is very important. As important as Bowser and Bowser Jr. are, Princess Peach and Rosalina are also very important.
Hmm.
And neither of these two families, about the movie about families and why they're important, have time. We get such a small glimpse of possibilities that they could have replicated, Bowser Jr. talking about the story that Bowser's told him.
Yeah.
That was great.
Who is Bowser's wife or Bowser Jr.'s mom? Never,
We'll never know.
never
We'll
explained.
never know.
Some lady.
It's comic.
Yeah. Ooh.
But um this is also there's I'm also used to they're set up right for a following movie or something, some kind of continuation. We had that in the first one with Yoshi, which was great, and that did directly connect here.
But now
We have Daisy appearing,
they're
which
going to
that's cool.
Sarasaland, baby.
Why?
They're going to Sarasaland.
That's going to be great. Wonderful. I hope that means they're going on a quote unquote vacation, and they're going to be going to Sarasaland, and they crash down into Isle Delfino. Um it We could have had some kind of other thing about them talking about, oh my god, after they got attacked by Bowser Jr., oh my god, what was that paintbrush thing? And then them or Bowser talking to them about Professor Egad or something that never
Mm-hmm.
happened. Um, so
Yeah.
there could have been a point direction that they could have pointed towards split off for Luigi and Mario.
Yeah,
There
because
where
they're
show
apparently
Egad, put Luigi to the Luigi's Mansion game, put Mario towards going to interact with Flood.
yeah, because there's supposed to be a Luigi's Mansion thing, right? There's supposed to be something for Luigi's
I
Mansion
think
movie.
so. I know that there's been talks about it at the very least. Because you can't not do that if you're gonna be adapting this stuff. And with what we saw of the ink, for the paintbrush, this is great. There was a very cool beginning interaction. We got a piranha plant
Mm-hmm.
made of ink, which was sweet.
He was doing shape shifting and color changing. I was interested
Yeah.
to see if he was actually going to morph into the paintbrush Mario, or if he was
Hmm.
going to do that to somebody else. Because when he engulfed Rosalina, I was just like, oh, he's gonna use her as a power conduit, make her fight people,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I was also like, this. Are there other Koopa kids? Where is that a thing?
It's
Or are
true.
we going with single Bowser Jr.? Because whenever, I think it's always funny whenever it's a Bowser Jr. centric one. It's just well, what are the other Koopa kids doing? How much is the whole Bowser Legion a thing? Um, so
Yeah. And this is the only movie that I can think of any movie that I have ever seen that in the trailer spoils a post-credit scene.
yeah, because it's fun. It's
Luma
the
Lee was awful
mm-hmm.
in this movie. It was so boring, which is a shame because it would have been great.
Yeah.
And like the whole Fox thing. Um, did you catch the other, you definitely caught at least one of the other people in the spaceport with the Pikmin,
Yeah.
which have been in the Mario games before. It's not unheard of. The fact that they're literally in Olimar's ship
Is very
does
funny.
kind of imply that Olimar is inside of the is inside of like the Mario universe, unless like
Hmm.
everyone is just accidentally using their warp drive like Fox McCloud, which I don't believe is true. Did you catch the other ship?
Did it wasn't Samus's ship, was it?
It was.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because at this point was when I was just like, I need to open my eyes and look. And when I opened my eyes, I saw a ship pulling off, and I was just like, this ship, the shape looks a little odd.
It's
Uh,
Samus's ship.
yeah. So her warp drive.
Her warp drive apparently broke as well, trying to escape Ridley.
Either that
I
or
would love.
Ridley exists, and
I
Metroids exist
I
in
would
this
love,
universe.
and I know I talked about it before, but I would love a like Dead Space styled horror movie
Oh, with Samus.
with Samus.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
Yeah,
Um,
that would be cool. Gives off vibes of like Metroid Fusion, Dread. Yeah,
yeah,
that'd be cool.
and like you can have these IP. I think they're like part of this was like struggling to like have like timing fit right as well as like jokes fit right and references fit right. I feel like this was like really split between like two a company trying to make a movie for like two different audiences and weren't able to actually merge it together like they could the first movie again.
Yeah.
Um and I feel like not that we need them to make it so that adults can't enjoy like things like the Mario movies and whatnot
Hmm.
because we should be able to and doing like jokes and stuff that work for both demographics isn't hard, but it and especially since we're getting that live action Legend of Zelda movie, I think it is very important for Nintendo to be able to like make these things that aren't just for kids and not be scared of it.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if they're gonna try and pull any type of cross movie type of shenanigans, if they want to do something with Smash or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, all in all, the movie was solid.
Yeah.
I don't think it was bad. There are gripes. Will I see the next one? Probably. Um, I do have to say though, the timing of everything I think is very important because of how these movies feel. I feel like if they shotgun these too much with the same feeling, like if everything is Mario, if all of the future movies are the quality of this movie and the feel, I feel like we need longer times in between, or else we're gonna get burnt out and people aren't gonna want to watch these, right? If all of them
Yeah.
have the quality of the first movie and make you feel good, and kind of kind of fits both of the demographics that we're looking at, both the little kids and the existing Mario fans, I feel like it'll be fine. But if the Luigi movie comes out and it's just kind of like throwing stuff out there and it's like this half-assed Ghostbusters type of thing, then we might have a problem going forward.
Yeah.
But all in all, I thought it was good. Uh,
If you were to pick the next game for Mario that they follow, and try to base most of the movie around, what one would you pick?
you know, if I didn't see this movie, I would have said Sunshine, but they took a large portion of what made Sunshine Sunshine
Mm-hmm.
and made it this
Oh my
movie.
god, we never saw the fucking space Petey Piranha. All right, I hate this movie. Sorry.
Big PD. um, I would have said Odyssey, but it seems like the Mario movies in general kind of push on this idea of Odyssey and using the warp pipes to go between not just worlds but literal parts of the galaxy in the worlds.
Hmm.
So, and they've already shown some Odyssey stuff. If I'm gonna be honest, I have two answers for this.
Uh-huh.
A Peach movie, where we can actually get to the plot points that we didn't get to in this movie,
Bro.
talking about her family, talking about her and Rosalina, maybe seeing her go on her own adventure, like those like what 8 minutes that she was fighting alone, and she was going around with Toad. Oh, three answers: a Toad movie.
That's the other thing. I was expecting that we were gonna get some kind of like thing for like Captain Toad, and
Yeah.
we didn't. This would have been perfect.
My my other answer to this question would be Bowser's Inside Story.
That would be
I
sweet.
want them to. I want him to eat them, like how they were. Like maybe give them too many mushrooms or something, and make them go into his body and give us a Magic School Bus movie esque
That would be sweet.
where we see them fighting off whatever thing happens to Bowser from the inside and Bowser's on the outside. Maybe doing the Mario Bros thing, or maybe trying to be the
All right,
hero he regretfully couldn't be in this movie.
hear me out. They steal the plot of the Teen Titans episode where Beast Boy accidentally uploads a virus into Cyborg and then has to go into Cyborg as an amoeba, whereas Cyborg is on the outside acting like a monkey and like going around just wreaking havoc. But that's just the plot that they run for this. Where like Bowser ate like I don't know some bad mushrooms or something and turned him like
Yeah, of
more into
course.
like extra evil Bowser or something. Like what if he turns into like the Bowser form that we saw him turn into in like Brawl?
Okay, like
Right, for when he
Godzilla
like does
Bowser.
his the weird Godzilla Bowser. And so like it doesn't even have to be like Mario and Luigi like miniaturizing themselves. They could just be
Going
normal
inside.
sized and go and like go into his mouth or something
I
and
think
like have to like fight whatever demons are inside.
I think that would be fun. My thing about Bowser's Inside Story is it gave Bowser a little bit of redemption in some
Hmm.
cases, because the nice thing besides being the Mario Bros, you were also Bowser in the game, so I think it either way. I think it'd be fun to see them all interact cohesively, unlike in this movie where it was like for 5 scenes and then he left.
Yeah.
Um, but besides that, I mean, these movies are like kit bashes of a lot of the aspects of Mario. So I would say though probably those things. Either that or give us a sports movie.
Oh
Give
my
us a
god, a
movie all
sports
about
movie would be very
sports.
fun.
What do you
Yeah.
what's your answer to this?
Honestly, um it's not that I don't want another Mario movie because I
I want them
do.
to end now.
I no, I what I want them to do more than anything, honestly, is have like an 8 to like 10 episode run TV show of doing TTYD
Mm,
and do
yeah.
and do like adapt like Paper Mario and whatnot.
I do think Paper Mario as an idea would work better as a TV show. Whichever one
Like
you're doing.
every episode could be like 45 minutes to like an hour and it can fully adapt one of the chapters in the game.
Yeah.
Unless, we have like some kind of bigger thing or even like kind of a shorter thing because let's be honest, as fun as like as fun as fighting through the gauntlet and getting to fight Rockhawk was, that'd probably be very very bad television.
Yeah.
But um honestly, like TTYD is still one of my favorite like honestly video games of all time, let alone one of my favorite Mario games. I would probably be mortified if I heard them say we're gonna do Paper Mario Thousand Year Door as a movie. Because
Yeah.
unless they're saying that it is a 2.5 to 3 hour movie, it's going to be bad.
Well, I feel like if they do it in the aspects that they've been doing all of these movies, we might also just get the Paper Mario movie period, and it's a lot of combining of
Yeah.
Original Paper Mario, uh, Origami King, Thousand Year Door, Super Paper
Color
Mario,
Splash.
yeah, Color Splash, a lot of them. Which some characters are used a little more than other ones. Um, I do think it'd be kind of cool if they introduced the origami people. I do also they I don't know what the plot would be, but eventually introducing more RPG characters would be kind of cool. We did
Yeah.
get the RPG remake, so I think
Yeah,
it.
and we got the TTYD remake too. Like,
Yeah.
there's it, those kinds of things. It's kind of because like the nature of it being like an RPG, like doing it as like a movie, especially at like this this length of a movie, I
Yeah.
feel is just like a major disservice to the stuff. And I, as much as this movie was fun, I'm gonna say it. I think this was a bad movie, and I think this was a very big disservice to Galaxy. Um, there's you can't have it be the Galaxy movie and then have it be more about Super Mario 2 Odyssey and Sunshine than it actually is with Galaxy, showing us only one boss, having them like barely show the rabbits at all. I wanted to see Mario punt a rabbit into the sky and see it turn into a launch star. Um,
Yeah.
he spins once, getting to see the red star flying Mario at the end. That was great. The dragon was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there's like lots of things that they could have done better. Um, if they give us the Sunshine movie, they better give us like weird kaiju-sized Bowser in Jacuzzi. Otherwise, I'm gonna like lose all faith
Yeah.
in
It just
Nintendo.
because my thing is like the plot of the first Mario movie, right? The most basic Mario thing possible. Mario beating Bowser, getting Peach back, right?
Where are the stars?
We don't.
Where are the power stars?
They are the stars, Vincent.
No,
we
they're
are the
not.
stars. We were the stars that we made along the way. And then this movie was okay.
I wanted them to shove a ton of like star bits into the mouth of a Luma and have it explode and freak kids out.
Well, stars act different because that one power star was like the Infinity Gauntlet for them.
Well, yeah, but like we don't have like.
Both of these movies.
They better do Shine Sprites right.
Both of these movies are the plot of both of these movies is the same. It just they have different insides, right? The filling. Where the first movie was a lot of explaining and everything, but it was still saving the princess at the end of the day. This movie was the same exact thing. It was them going to save the princess at the end of the day, right? Except they're +1 princess. And other party members, right?
It's true. Fortunately,
if the next
Peach
movie,
saved the princess here.
If the next movie is them visiting Sarasaland and saving Daisy, I don't think I want to see a fourth one because the only thing about the differences between these movies are very minuscule. Now that I think about it, and it makes me think of what could a plot be for the next movie in sequence that doesn't follow this exact formula, right? Because we aren't introduced to anybody else with intelligence except Wart that could possibly be any type of threat. And Peach took him out very easily, right? Is it going to be King Boo? I feel like King Boo's very much should be a Luigi's Mansion thing, right? Even though he's brought up multiple times, I feel like they're not going to bring up like other things from Luigi's Mansion. Maybe not like the Ecto stuff, or it might be a King Boo movie, right? But we don't really have an idea of where the direction could go, right? It could be stuff from Sunshine. It could be things from Odyssey, but Odyssey's Bowser. So like, what do you kind of do there? It
It's
could
true.
be stuff from the other side games, like maybe the Origami King comes in, maybe some other people, maybe people from the Thousand Year Door, maybe people.
I I could see a world where um where the next thing they do is Sunshine. And we don't just see um like, Shadow Mario, but we also see Shadow Luigi.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them having paintbrushes.
Is it just evil
Uh
Luigi from from Super Paper
well,
Mario?
I so as a kid, and I don't know where this thought or knowledge came from because it's wrong. And it's not real, and I've never been able to find other people that can agree with me. So I think I just made it up in my head as a child. Um, but in my head, Wario and Waluigi were clones gone evil of Mario and Luigi that Bowser made.
Uh huh.
Um, and even if they're not that, and they just stick with the fact that Wario and Waluigi were just kids that didn't like Mario and Luigi that lived up the street in Brooklyn. Um, which is that's their origin story.
Interesting.
And Wario was just jealous of Mario. Um,
He has a better
having
name.
having their doppelgangers impersonating them because they got their hands on Professor Egad tech or something, and
Mm-hmm.
have Mario and Luigi have to you know fix things and clear up their name and whatnot. That would be cool and fun. They they have to do something with Daisy in the next one. But unfortunately, as cool and as a great of a introduction of Daisy and having her be somebody that's gonna just punch people's lights out, is it's not as good or as open ended or easy to create a
because
following thing like Yoshi was.
because what happens? Does Daisy get kidnapped by the rest of Bowser's kids? Because that's the only precedent that we have set for what the plot has, what the plot could be. You know what I mean? Like, if someone, it's going to be a big shift if they bring in someone I don't know, let's say like
Also, is Daisy gonna interact with them? Daisy's not on their planet.
yeah.
Daisy's on the other side of the galaxy.
Is it going to be let's say I don't know, freaking Petey Piranha, right? Big boy, let's say he's the Piranha King, right? Is it gonna be him, or is someone gonna have some other ulterior motive to kidnapping somebody that is a princess? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, I would love it if we got them just going on a vacation and
That's
Wario and
it.
Waluigi are just there to fuck shit up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be cool. But knowing how some of these things are, probably not exactly what would happen.
Yeah. The next Nintendo movie we're gonna have come out is gonna be the Legend of Zelda one. So hopefully that one's a lot better.
Yeah,
I'm already
hopefully.
kind of nervous about it, but also excited about it. Cause oh, we got the poster of Link or whatever, and he's right-handed. So already we're off to a bad start. And sure, that's most of the world population. It is literally one of the big design things of Link that he is left-handed.
Yeah.
Um, Pointed out constantly in the manga and other stuff, oh, it's the left-handed swordsman. Um, and that worries me, but also this is probably Ocarina of Time. We have a picture from the set with the cast, and it looks like you can faintly make out details, but it does look like they're in Ocarina of Time's Temple of Time. So
Yeah. But I mean, it was fun. For what it was fun. But I don't. Yeah. If another one comes out, I'll watch it. But this movie left something to be desired, and that's what I'll leave it off as.
Yeah.
Do you have any closing remarks on the movie?
No.
No?
No.
No.
I don't.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just sad.
Yeah. It's... Just go watch Bubble.
Just go watch Bubble.
Everything will be better.
Go watch Apothecary Diaries, guys. It's a better time.
Yeah. I guess that's it. That's the end of this one. Hopefully we'll see a better movie next time.
Oh, we will. It'll be something like Spider-Man Brand New Day. And it's either it is either going to be like
this is
one of the greatest
Mario...
Spider-Man movie that we have ever seen,
Mario's the middle point.
Or I'm gonna be even more depressed in the next movie the next episode.
Super Mario Galaxy is our median line now for movies. Is it over? Is it over or under Galaxy? That'll be our new. Our new testing of how a movie makes us feel. Do we put it above Galaxy or do we put it under Galaxy? A fun time that we probably wouldn't rewatch too many times, or in your case at all, but was still entertaining for the majority of it, or no. But that is it. We good to roll outros?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to the podcast. Like we said before, came back for this one. We'll be back for more unless other things pop up. We haven't done anything trading card related, and I'm actually getting back into the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, like actually paying attention to it and all. So who knows? We could become a Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. That sounds terrible. That sounds gross. That sounds like you would just be MBT.
What? Because I'm the white guy? Yeah, no, you're right.
And then I could be Farfa. So let's not do that. But there will be more. There will be more in the future. If you guys ever want to get in contact with us, we are on Blue Sky. I am at... let me look at my Blue Sky. I'm at
Vincent Barlow.
Yeah, he's at Vincent Barlow. I'm at Lying Mask. And the podcast is the Domestic BF Pod on Blue Sky as well. It's also all of that for me in the podcast on every other platform. If you ever want to get in contact. Thanks, Ultimate Maverick X, for the art. And yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you guys later.
Stay beautiful, everyone.